Soma Sports Talk Worldwide with some news from the world of boxing. So y'all know what time it is. You ain't in a rush to get concussed. Now, y'all, it's Best Boxer in the World week, and obviously it's pissing people off. Right? Terence Bud Crawford is in the spotlight. It's his week to fight. He's the best fighter in the world, and he's getting his props and love for it, for being the best fighter in the world, and a best fighter in the world who is taking a hard fight. You know what I mean? Not the other way around where we say somebody's the best, but we can't get them to fight somebody good. You know what I mean? You just can't. No matter what you do, you can't get them to fight somebody good because something wrong with all the good fighters. So this guy is trying to fight the hardest guys in his fourth weight division. And yes, you got some of the people coming with videos talking about he can't sell, like we don't know why that is, right? If anyone's not trying to go see what's going on this card that Terence Crawford is on against Madrimov, then you don't really like boxing, because everybody's there, some competitive fights, and a pretty stacked card, one of the most stacked cards in the history of the game. But Terence Crawford, let's just talk about it for a second. Hey, trying to become a 4-division champion, 2-division undisputed. Was lineal when he left the lightweight division. He could have been undisputed there. I'm pretty sure he kicks himself in the butt for not becoming undisputed at lightweight before he left there, because he was the baddest one there too. He would be 3-division already. And hey, he would love to try to become 3-division undisputed, right? But hey, he's 37 years old, or close to it. And, these guys are getting bigger. It ain't like you just go beat a Madrimov. It just ain't like that. I'm just saying. So the buck can stop here. That wouldn't matter to me whatsoever. This dude is awesome. At least, at least you're trying to do things. Now, what happens when other people gets attention? If you're kind of narcissistic and you kind of want to be in the middle all the time, you'll do whatever it takes to get some shine back on you. Right? And I got one word for them, and everybody here knows it. It's called whatever. There's certain people in boxing that, they do things to get attention over the years. It's not everybody recently. I'm talking about the Adrian Broners of the world, Amir Khans, Tyson Furies, to a lesser extent, Teofimo Lopez, but got to keep your eye on him. And this guy here, the drug treat, Ryan Garcia. They just do things to get in the middle because ain't nobody paying attention to them for a while. That's why whatever. And I don't really talk about them much in videos because I already know what time it is. As a basketball coach over the years, you got people, you coach people. And some people, if they have a bad game, then they just do something silly so you can have something to talk about them on the bus back. You know what I'm saying? And I would always bust them out. They didn't like me as a coach because I'd be like, yeah, bro, if you play bad, you just play bad. That's why we got stats over there. Maybe you didn't make that many points, but check your rebounds and assists. You had a pretty good game. You know what I'm saying? But whatever. People do things to get in the middle. So, Terence Crawford's getting all the attention. So you got the drug sheet. Going on a Terence Crawford rant, right, all over Twitter. Now, seeing as though I'm not on Twitter, I've seen it from one of my favorite uploaders. And, he's going in on Terence Crawford, the usual things that people would say. I'm going to try to act like it's just, it's not going into the paint job stuff. But, it's like the Terence Crawford hasn't fought anybody stuff. He beat a damaged Errol Spence stuff. He's getting too much love and too much props. The things that you would do if you were sitting at home full of coke, right? Because that's basically what's up. Drug treat. It's 2 or 3 things going on with Ryan Garcia, going on stuff like that. He's one, and I'm telling you what the main one is, he's not getting that much attention. 2, he ain't off the drugs. That white one. That's the one that makes you just do ridiculous things. 3, he's doing a reverse Mayweather thing. And that's like, let me just piss Terence Crawford off, right? Right? Maybe I can get into a major fight with him when I come off of this drug ban, right? Because listen, let's be real. He's acting such a fool, right? That wouldn't you pay to see him versus Terence Crawford? So you could just see if Terence Crawford could knock his damn block off, knock some sense into him? You probably would. So those are the options of what's going on with this guy. But the main one is the second one. Somebody needs to get him in rehab. He got to get off the stuff because it's just making him, nuts. Now he's a young guy. You're not gonna get him off social media with all those followers. That he got to feed them with something. They following him, so we got to feed him with something. So and if they still with him after all these ridiculousness that he's done, then it is what it is. We have it in politics. Somebody will follow this one guy who's committed every crime known to man, but because he says things in the open that they've just felt, they are in a trance and they won't wake up until, like, if he came out one day and just started talking normal, that was the only thing that can wake him up from the trance. So this is similar. The dude's full of some coke at home, acting a damn fool. So your job and mine is basically to ignore his ass. That's how you get him to stop doing stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? Doma Sports Talk Worldwide. And we up out of here, y'all.